Hello everybody, we're out here used truck shopping today, and I thought I'd take you with, getting a truck for my buddy Ralph here, looking for some new wheels. Well, new to him wheels anyway. So we're gonna take a look around here, and I actually was a used car salesman at one point about 20 years ago or so. I don't usually like to admit that, but you'll have that. So I do have a kind of an idea of what to look for and what to look at. So we're going to take a look at a few of these trucks for Ralph and see what we can find. Show you some of the things to look for and keep your eyes out for, okay? All right, this is one of the trucks we're looking at here. And this one is a Chevy Silverado. I'm not sure the year. It's going to be newer than a 14 because it's the next newest from my truck, which is a 12. And these are pretty good trucks. You know, of course you got the LS, and you can't beat an LS with a stick. And this one's actually in really good shape. Doesn't look like there's much for rust. Actually, I don't see any rust anywhere. Well, unfortunately got the window visor broke off there, but that's not a big deal. Yeah. Those are easily replaced. One of the things I like to look for before I even test drive or start a vehicle is take a good look underneath. Take a good look underneath and see what kind of drippage there is, if any. And kind of take a look at the frame and the underneath, see how things look, how rusted out they are, if there's anything that stands out that doesn't look right. On this truck, everything looks pretty decent.
Really?
There's
10,000.
Yeah, it's a great price for a truck this year. We don't know the mileage on it yet,
We'll find out.
but it's probably one of the ones we'll be looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna move on to the next one here.
Oh.
Nothing leaking below. Antifreeze is good, oil's good. Looks like everything's good to go. Well, I'll take her for a ride. Well, like any used truck, there are some issues with this. There's a bad sensor in one of the wheel bearings. We got a blinker out, blinker bulb. That's why it's blinking like that. There's a bulb that burnt out somewhere. You're good. It runs great, stops great. It's running the temperature it's supposed to. O2 sensor is not a big deal. That's a 5-minute job for a $5 part. Well, maybe $15 part.
What?
I said maybe a $15 part. But that's to be expected with buying any used vehicle. You have to take into account, you know, that it is used, and
It's pretty smooth.
yeah, it runs great, drives great, stops great. There's a little bit more rust on the outside, I noticed that there, but it is what it is. So far I like it. I mean, I'd say it's well worth the price. But we still have another one to look at too. Alright, not quite sure where I left off, but anywho, we took a look at a couple of these trucks. Ralph's price range was around $15,000, so a lot of these trucks are well within that range. And I know I didn't mention it before, we're at a place called Sands Auto in Cambridge, Minnesota. And this is actually where I bought my truck last year. And I was extremely pleased with my truck and the deal that I got on it. These guys, their prices are extremely fair compared to pretty much everybody else around them. And they have great service here, which is not something you can say about a lot of used car dealerships. But these guys are pretty good. And of course I did do my due diligence. Looked online at other places as well, looking at other vehicles, and I didn't limit myself to just Chevys or GMCs. You know, this is Ralph's truck, so of course it's his choice. But he did want my input, and I gave it to him, and he wanted to go with a GM anyway, so that's what we did end up doing. And the 09 Sierra was a really nice truck. It is a really nice truck. It's an 09, so it's a little older, and it is northern Minnesota, so you're gonna have some rust. And you know, like I said before, you want to get underneath them, take a good look, see how rusty things are underneath if you're looking at a used vehicle. Look for oil spots, drips, things like that. You know, check the fluids before you start anything up. Take it for a test drive. Dash lights can always be obviously a red flag for somebody buying a used vehicle. Check engine light. Normally it's going to be something like an O2 sensor or something like that if the vehicle seems to run fine, but that check engine light is on. So yeah, I mean, it may have a check engine light or an ABS light because there's a bad sensor, which one of those trucks did have. But once again, that's not a big deal, and it's not the end of the world. With these newer trucks, it does affect your ABS and your traction control. But me personally, I don't like the ABS or traction control. I'm kind of old school that way. I like to feel what my truck is doing and know what it's doing, so I feel more in control. I don't like the computer telling me what to do, but that's just me, like I said. But it is easy to change those. You just have to change the hub assembly, wheel bearing, you know. And with used vehicles, there are going to be little things like that. You know, maybe a sensor here, or a headlight bulb, possibly a battery, or even tires. And when you're buying from a used car lot, keep in mind that they are as is. So once you pay your money and leave the lot, that vehicle belongs to you now, good, bad, or otherwise. So make sure you do your due diligence. Take a good look at what you're buying. You know, take a good look around. Don't limit yourself to this vehicle, that vehicle, the other vehicle. You know, research it. What you're thinking about getting. Find out what kind of issues they typically have. And a lot of times that's easy to figure out, either by talking to other people with the same kind of vehicle or just getting online. But yeah, don't limit yourself. Do your due diligence. Yep, got the pupper dogs with. They're hanging out, waiting for Ralph. He's gonna be coming out with the truck that he picked, and it is a 2016 Silverado. Really nice truck, and he got a great price on it. Yeah, you know, like I said, every other place around here with a truck, it had decent low miles on it, especially for a GM with a LS engine in it. And most of the places around here wanted 10 grand more for the same truck, so he got a great deal. This place, like I said, they did me right, so we ended up coming back here anyway, even though I did all my due diligence and checked other places. And I think Ralph's gonna be pretty happy with the truck that he got. He got something a little bit newer. There's no dash lights, you know, it's got great tires on it. There's absolutely no reason this shouldn't be a great truck for him. And he only paid about $15,000 for it. So, you know, $15,000 for a 2006 four-wheel drive Silverado. That's, you know, that's an alright price if you ask me. I mean, it's not, he didn't steal it, but he didn't get robbed either as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. But anywho, we're gonna get on with the show here. Gonna go see what's going on. There should be pulling his truck out here for him, and we'll get a shot of that before we go here. And yeah. Sands Auto, Cambridge, Minnesota. They do have a great selection of not just trucks, but they have cars. And they have a great inventory here. And their vehicles aren't crap, which is what's really nice. So, Sands Auto, check them out. Yeah, this is the one he ended up picking. It's a sharp truck. Very sharp truck. Four-wheel tow package.
This is your bolt.
Ralph,
Yes, sir.
what do you think of your new truck?
Beautiful.
You like it?
Yep.
Good.
Very much so.
And Wade,
Yes, awesome.
thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you guys for coming out.
Oh, no problem.
And
Thank you.
this wouldn't be complete without a little bit of love from the Survivor Motorsports family. We're gonna stick this puppy
Break the cherry.
There you
right there.
Nice.
go. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, now you're a part of the Survivor Motorsports family, Ralph. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks for all the help.
And everybody out there, have a great day. Merry Christmas. And keep it between the ditches if you want to.